Because there's going to be the vote of confidence tomorrow night, but all the time during the day there's going to be the idea of perhaps some government of national unity. Can you explain to us what you think might happen?
There is only one way to have and guarantee national unity. This is the expression of the Greek people. And in democracy there is only one way, elections. And I think that if we had a caretaker government, then it would be easier for everybody. And we could have elections in less than 4 weeks.
But did you hear your colleague in the PASOK party was saying to Mark Urban in Athens there that you simply cannot afford to have more elections?
I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry. I'm outside and there's a lot of noise. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, we talked to one of your colleagues in the PASOK party who was saying you can't afford to have elections.
Why? Why is it so expensive to have elections? Why is it so expensive to be in a European Union where nobody, French, Portuguese, Spaniards, Germans, Italians and Greeks are not happy? The majority of the people, the majority of the working class, the everyday people, they lose money, they lose hope, they lose trust. So what is the purpose of insisting in a case that cannot afford elections? It's impossible to understand that, Kirsty. It's impossible. Why in a democracy or in a democratic union that wants to face the 21st century, not with the terms of being, Chinese salaries and Indian income in Europe of the 21st century, after 2 world wars, after fighting against Nazis and fascists, how can we survive?
Well, do you think if there was a government, a coalition government or a government of national unity, then Greece would just simply have to bite the bullet and accept the bailout, accept the terms of the bailout?
2 years ago, Greeks voted for a government that said there is money. Now they found out that when this government was telling them there is money, they meant the money everybody had in his pocket or in his pension or in his studies, or in his future. If you're a Greek and you were born here, just the first day of your life, you would own to the markets up to 100,000 euros.
So what's the answer, though?
How many babies can you bear?
Well, what is the answer then? Is the answer simply to leave the euro? What is the answer?
The answer can be given only by the Greek people. And I'm not arrogant enough, being one person, here to express the future will of the Greek people.
Well, let's have the expression of your own will. Well, as an MP, though, you have an opinion on this, and I wonder, as an MP, whether or not you think Greece is better inside the euro or outside the euro.
As an MP, I believe that the future of my country is outside this kind of Europe. I think I belong to the most European party, but when I say Europe, when we say Europe, we mean people's Europe. We don't mean markets Europe. We don't mean the price of my life being the same way up and down like CDSs do. Somebody's making money.
But if you are not in this euro, then who's going to bail you out next time? What's going to happen to Greece?
Look, what's going to happen to Greece? I think that people will become, in a few years, richer than they are now. They can have their own deals, and they won't be in danger of losing parts of the country. You know, we don't produce tulips here. We're not in a very peaceful part of Europe. We are very close to the Middle East, and we're very close to the fusion that's needed, and the whole thing can explode into a war when you have imperialist antagonisms.
So just to be quite clear then here, you think that Greece can survive and be much more economically sound on its own?
It has been proven throughout the years.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much for joining us.